the teen scene. I'm Amber Thomas.
And I'm Christian Minnerly.
We have a great show for you today. We're going to be at the Win of Tomorrow program, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Good evening and welcome to the celebration and recognition of Women of Tomorrow 2014. I'm Pat Cornish, Chair of the Maryland Commission for Women, representing Talbot County. I wanted to just tell you what the mission is. The mission of the Maryland Commission for Women is to work with Maryland state government to advance solutions and to expand social, political, and economic equity. The Women of Tomorrow Awards was established by the Maryland Commission for Women in 1997 to honor and acknowledge talented young women in grades 7 through 12 from throughout Maryland. Those who have demonstrated academic excellence, extraordinary community service, and outstanding leadership skills. Each year, 2 young women, 1 honoree and 1 honorable mention, are selected in each of 3 categories. Since the inception of the awards, 98 young women have been recognized. We look forward to the addition of tonight's honorees to this very prestigious group of young women. Now please help me welcome Bonnie Ariano, the Special Assistant to the Secretary of the Department of Human Resources, to bring greetings.
Good evening. I'm here to represent Secretary Ted Dallas from DHR, who sends greetings and congratulations. He was amazingly impressed this year, not that he isn't every year, when he sees the list and he sees the accomplishments that you've done. In fact, one of his comments was, wow, a lot of my friends haven't done half of this. So, you know, I think there's really the recognition, and he was sorry that he couldn't be here tonight. For a number of reasons. One, because the task gets harder and harder every year. The nominees are amazing, and I don't envy the task of the commissioners who work on this. And so Lynn and Betsy, really, I have to thank you. For DHR, Department of Human Resources, it's particularly a sweet event to be at because much of our focus is on children around the state who have had a rough way to go. They, from birth to adults, a number of them have been abused. We've seen the children have been abused, who are neglected, who are in foster care, may go on from that to juvenile services. A lot of them are still able to succeed, but it's the kind of thing where that's a population that we see a lot. So to be here with young women who represent kind of the best of what we can produce, it is quite an honor, and I'm really proud to be here. Secretary Dallas tonight, just to kind of, he was supposed to be at a Ready by 21 event, and what that is an initiative exactly to do what I just talked about, is to work with kids from birth to adulthood, to give them the resources, the support, the opportunities to really achieve their potential. Well, that's what you all have done, is you've had the resources and the opportunities and the support, I can tell, by family and friends and teachers and everyone who's here to support you in this tonight. But you really made it work, and it's a really humbling experience for me, I know, to read the accomplishments that you all have had, because I'm not sure how much that I have to live a long time to be able to do what some of you have done in a very short time period. I'm going to end because I'm not going to take up time. I know we want to hear from you all, and you probably want to eat and tell us to just sit down. But I want to end with a quote that I've heard and I've used quite often. Once I heard it from my son. In high school, he had to write a paper. And I don't remember the purpose of the paper, but at one point the quote he used was, "Do or do not. There is no try." And he gave credit to the author of that as a wise man. Now, some of you are smiling because you're familiar with where that came from. So I asked him, well, who is this wise man? Because obviously he must have known what he was talking about. My son, who was a Star Wars fanatic, said Yoda from Star Wars. And if you're familiar with it at all, when that phrase was used, it was when Luke Skywalker was learning to be a Jedi Knight, and he was being taught by Yoda how to understand his power, how to use his power, how to really make it work for him to be good over evil. So I know you're not Jedi Knights, but I think it applies. In your own way, you probably are. You may not levitate things, but you've certainly moved people's experiences, you've moved people's hearts, you've touched a lot of people that have brought you here tonight. So I just want to say again, congratulations on behalf of myself and Secretary Dallas. Challenges only gave you more opportunity to pursue what you've done. And I'm humbled to share the evening with you, and I wish you much success in the future, which I know will be the case with you. So thank you.
Welcome back to the Teen Scene. We're here at the Women of Tomorrow Award Program, and we're here congratulating all the young women who were mentioned today. It's the Maryland Commission for Women, their chance to thank all these young ladies for all they're doing in the community. I think that's really great.
Yes, they did incredible. They did an amazing job.
Oh, it was such a wonderful dinner that the commission provided.
This is the commission's way of thanking the young ladies.
Christian, isn't this really exciting?
Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on today.
So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
First, I'd like to say thank you to God, because without Him, nothing is possible. I thank you for giving me the strength and courage to challenge the status quo and make a difference in my community, nationally and internationally, with my international global project entitled Pure Thirst for Change. Next, I'd like to say thank you to my family. The Bible tells us that it takes a village to raise a child, and I really believe this to be true, because they have made me into the diligent, persistent, overachiever that I am today. My family has instilled in me a desire to be better and a feeling of discontentment with mediocrity that I cannot accept. Lastly, I would like to thank wholeheartedly the Maryland Department of Human Resources, Maryland Commission for Women, the Maryland State Department of Education for this honorary opportunity. Some may say that at the age of 16, writing my second book entitled Simply a Young Lady with No Apologies, A Guide to Struggling Teens of the 21st Century, conducting workshops about how to be successful in high school to middle schooler and incoming freshmen, taking honors, GT, and AP courses, being the president of Future Business Leaders of America, involved with Parent-Teacher Student Association, Student Government Association, and National Honor Society, and making a 4.01 is too dutiful. But I believe firmly that to whom much is given, much is required. Luke 12:48. I quote from the Gospel of Wealth, published in 1889 by Andrew Carnegie, that we as mankind have an innate responsibility of providing moderately for the legitimate wants of those dependent upon him. This is exactly why I deemed it necessary to found my organization called Pure Thirst for Change, Pure Thirst for Life. Established to raise $20,000 to build a well for a village in Africa. This is not a trivial matter. I want our civilization to understand that water is not a privilege, it's a right. I am are two of the most powerful words that an individual can utter, for whatever follows it determines one's destiny. As I have learned at Studio A, Modeling Etiquette and Dance Academy, I am raising the status of excellence by shooting for excellence and nothing less. I am putting myself to the challenge and mastering any test. I am beautiful, I am talented, I am intelligent, I am special, and I am destined for greatness. Give up, slow down, turn back never. For it's not enough to be equal, I must be better. Lastly, I appreciate my precedents like Shirley Chisholm, Mary McLeod Bethune, Rosa Parks, Lena Horne, and Maya Angelou, and women of today like Michelle Obama, my grandmother Rosa White, Christina Dressel, my mother Phyllis Coley, attorney Romaine Williams, and Margie McLean for nominating me and passing the torch to me so that I have the opportunity to be the woman of tomorrow. Thank you.
Wow, she was pretty
I
interesting.
know. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
My name is Kelsey Shook, and I'm a teacher at Cecil County Public Schools. It's my honor to introduce Claire Hudson. I've gotten to know Claire and her family because I coach her in field hockey. Claire is a 14-year-old freshman at Perryville High School. During her time at the high school so far, she's been involved in, I think, anything she can get her hands in. She's very active, not only in the school, but also in her community. She, on the field hockey team, earned the most valuable player as a freshman on the junior varsity team. She also was brought up to the varsity field hockey team during playoffs, where she lettered. During the indoor and outdoor, she plays on the North Bay Field Hockey Club, where she has attended the National Field Hockey Tournament at Palm Beach, Florida. She also ran indoor track this year, and as a freshman, she qualified for the regional track tournament this winter. She also ran outdoor track, where she ran sprints and tried her hand at pole vaulting, which is very difficult. She also is involved in the high school play. She was involved in the musical at the school, and she's also part of the women's and concert choir. While balancing all of this, she was able to maintain a 4.5 GPA her freshman year. She's a member of the Junior National Honor Society, and she'll participate in our STEM program at the high school. And STEM is the science, technology, engineering, and math program that we offer. And because she'll be involved in this, she also wants to become a civil engineer. Outside of school, she is an active member in her community. She volunteers at her parish, where she participates in fundraising programs, biannual festivals, and bazaars. She also has helped raise money for the homeless food pantry, and she stocks that on a regular basis. She also prepares meals and delivers food to the homeless. She's also volunteered at the Challenge program for disabled kids to help them play baseball. It has been my honor to know Claire, and I could not be any more excited to be here tonight, so I'd like to introduce Claire Hudson.
Hi. Unlike the rest of the candidates, I'm not good at public speaking. But first off, I'd like to thank the Maryland Women of Tomorrow organization for selecting me for this honor. I would like to thank Mrs. Douglas, Principal Helm, and Ms. Shook for nominating and supporting me on this journey. I'd like to thank my grandparents, William and Marilyn Perret, for showing me the importance of helping and being involved with the community. I'd like to thank Jim and Darlene Hudson for showing me the importance of family. I would like to thank my brother and sister, Jacob and Kendra Hudson, for guiding me through academics and sports and being my best friends. Finally, I'd like to thank my parents, Ken and Krisha Hudson, for supporting all of the decisions I've made and loving me unconditionally even when it's difficult. I truly hope to leave a mark on the world, and I'd like to thank all of you guys for coming. I'll take it.
Unfortunately, the next honoree's nominator could not be here, so I have the distinct pleasure of introducing Achol Odara. Did I pronounce it correctly? Yes. Good. I got the first name after Kenya. Achol comes by a very circuitous route to us. She currently resides in Baltimore, but in 2003, when she was living in Ethiopia, her family had to move to a refugee camp in Kenya because it wasn't safe in Ethiopia. Before they came to the United States, they fled to Kenya and stayed in the refugee camp there for almost 6 years. Life in the refugee camp was hard. English is her second language, but she speaks it extremely well. Talked with her this evening several times, very politely. She speaks Anak at home. Despite her language challenge, alcohol was inducted into the National Honor Society. She is currently a sophomore at Digital Harbor High School. During her freshman year, she joined the soccer team and track and field as a distance runner. This winter, the team won Baltimore City Championship. Yay! Ridiculous. Being proud of sports. Ethel has been in honor student role since middle school. She has received a number of awards, including Outstanding Athlete of the Year, Perfect Attendance, and Academic Excellence. She is planning to go to college to become a computer science major. Boy, could I use you. She wants to gain knowledge and skills to be successful in life and help other people. Last year, she asked a teacher to give her some idea about a project she could work on that would help those who are suffering and don't have safe places to stay. She is aware that around the world today, and she certainly has personal experience on this, there are so many problems that need to be fixed. To do that, she believes we all need to work together. It is indeed my pleasure to invite Ethel Oda to the stand.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I am a child dollar. I'm originally from Ethiopia. I came to Baltimore in 2010 with my family. I'm very happy to be here today. I would like to give thanks to everyone, my family, my friends, and everyone who's here for me. I want to be a computer science to help people through computers, through technology. Thank you.
Well, Christian, what are some of the young ladies in the book?
Eden Williams, Sadia Narwin,
Claire Hudson and Akol Adola.
Harley White, Denis Alexis Coley.
And Mercedes Merrick. So congratulations to all those wonderful young ladies. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Her and why she has excelled in those areas. Harley White.
Hello. Well, as you can see, I'm not really prepared with anything. But I would just like to give thanks to Ms. Oda for encouraging me to apply for the Women of Tomorrow. I'd like to give special thanks to my family and Ms. Morton for always encouraging me to do the best I can in school and with my sports and maintaining everything so I can be successful and continue to be successful. Thank you.
Eden volunteers at numerous things in her community. She also volunteers for things at school while also maintaining a 4.0 academic GPA in a rigorous course of studies in our gifted program and accelerated learning programs. She is an amazing young woman, one that we are very proud of at Milton Summers Middle School, and certainly if she desires to be a musician and she's hoping to go to the Juilliard there's no doubt in my mind that if that's what she wants to do, she will indeed do that. So congratulations, Eden. We are very proud of you, and at this time, again, it is my pleasure to introduce Eden Williams.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
How's everybody doing? Dinner was really good, so I apologize I'm looking 10 pounds overweight here. But I didn't prepare a speech because I really like to speak from the heart. But as soon as I got up here, I kind of forgot everything. Forgive me for that. But we are all here to celebrate the accomplishments of young women, me being one of them. And I am very blessed to be surrounded by so many strong, independent women, most of them whom are sitting at my table. My principal gave that lovely introduction, my older sister who I look up to so much, my grandma who's the head of the household, and she will tell me exactly what to do when I'm in crisis or just everyday life. She wants to control my life. But and my old guidance counselor, Miss Denise Barnes, they've all worked together so hard to form who I am, and I am very, very appreciative for everything they've done for me. I'm a little nervous here because I'm really excited. I'm so happy to have been selected for this, that my principal gave me the opportunity, and that I was nominated first of all, but then selected. And for that, I am truly thankful. I don't know what else to say, but that I am very grateful. I'm getting a lot of repetition here. I am very grateful for the women, but I can't forget about the men. Can't forget about that. My family, my community, my state of Maryland. I am very thankful for everybody who has participated in creating who I am today, helping me develop my skills and my talents. So I would just like to say thank you for everybody for being here. I hope everybody has a great night. I love everybody here. I don't even know half of you, but I love everybody. We're all friends. I hope you guys have a good night, and thank you very much.
One day, when they were asking me about some things they could do, that this was a cause they might consider. And they usually stay with me after school for a couple hours on Tuesdays. I just mentioned it to them, and she got the group to organize a bake sale. They did it all themselves, including the marketing and making the food. And in one day, they raised about $180, which went to the Red Cross. One other thing, which I think says a lot about Sadia, she came to me at the end of this year to tell me confidentially about a personal problem that a friend was having. A friend that she knew would not want to share that issue with me. And she often looks out for friends that way. Sadia's very bright and a great girl, but more than that, she's really a leader in I think, the best sense of the word.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Well, first of all, I think we should all thank God for letting us be here at this moment, because for that, we can wake up every single day and not have any worries in our mind. I'd also like to thank the Maryland Commission for Women for getting this privilege for me, and also for me being selected, so thank you for that. I also have to thank my supporting family, because my mother and my father who pushed me towards my goals, and I also have my sister who couldn't be here today, who never fails to set an example for me. From here on out, I would like to have more roles where I could be a leader, because for me, leading a group of people is like the difference in my life or theirs, whichever. Anyone and everyone who's ever helped me in my life, I'm truly thankful for all that you have done. So thank you.
Winning or losing. You're building yourself, you are growing, and you are prospering into a better person. Mercedes does not dwell on the past. She looks forward to the future. And as she so eloquently puts it, I am determined to be the face of hope for my generation, to show that dreams can be achieved with motivation, to have faith and believe that all young people can succeed. This is our Mercedes Myrick.
I guess I would like to start off with a quote. It was one of our scriptures when I used to be in our youth group. It was, "Be out thou an example of believers, always abounding in good works." Mosiah 5:15. And the reason why I feel like I'm going to get emotional up here is not for myself. It's actually for all you younger ladies, because you have the power. You have the power and are showing the power that you believe in yourself, that you can make a difference in the world. And the reason why you are here today is because other people believe in your dream. And that's what's so beautiful and so magical about this award today. It's not even about just the things that we're doing now, it's the things that we're going to do later.
Wow, look at all these wonderful young ladies in here.
I know I had the full opportunity of interviewing a lot of the winners from last year, and they're all so nice and respectful, and it was so great to hear some of their stories.
Hi, welcome to the Teen Scene. I'm Amber Thomas, and today we're here with Delaney Hancock and Elaf Zahid. So welcome to the Teen Scene. How are you guys today?
Good. How are you?
Good. So can you guys tell me a little bit about yourselves and what was it like to win the Women of Tomorrow Award?
Well, I'm from Pakistan, and we moved here in 2001, so I pretty much grew up in America. And I live in Arnold, and I'm a good student, I suppose. And my guidance counselor nominated me for this award, and I was pretty excited when I actually got the honorable mention.
How about you?
I live in Leonardtown, Maryland, and I'm in the STEM program, so I go to Great Mills High School. When I found out that I was nominated for this award, I was really excited.
Like to receive such an honor?
I was excited that day. I was nervous. My parents went, my grandparents, and the person who nominated me went, and a few of my mentors, they went there too. So I had a big crowd rooting for me. And I was so nervous when I went up there to give my speech, but I was so proud to be up there with all the other girls who were acknowledged for what they did in the state of Maryland.
We're here with Taylor, the recipient of the Women of Tomorrow Award. Do you have any last thoughts?
I just wanted to say thank you again for the award itself, and I wanted to say a massive thank you to the people who nominated me and who let me achieve this award. Reverend Sam Tarver, my minister at church, and Mrs. Tamika Bumbry. She's the chief of staff for Councilwoman Ingrid Turner, and she helped me to discover this award so that I could get it. That's it.
Well, thank you for coming today. We had a great time.
Yeah, it's great to hear that a lot of these teens are doing a lot of positive things, and there's been a lot of negative things going around.
Definitely. Wow, wasn't that great? I had a really great time at the One Tomorrow program. We hope you guys enjoyed it too. How did you like it, Christian?
I thought it was incredible. It's amazing how young ladies are helping the society.
I also agree. We hope you enjoyed the show, and you can tune in for another episode of Teen Scene. Bye.
Bye.